Hello, hello. After a long time, we are back live, and today we have very special guest, which is my friend. First was my client, now is also my colleague, and we like to talk about the law of attraction. We started to work together for some amazing companies in Dubai, and now we continue work online. And I just said to her today, you know what if everything that we are saying to these people in the companies, why we wouldn't share this just like this with you guys online? So here we are live. We are adding into our conversation Angela. She is amazing, guys. You need to meet her, so stay with me. We are really masters already in this, and we are also like joking already that we are witches. You know, people are always saying, "Oh, you're such a witch. How did you manifest this and this and that?" So we want to tell this also from the background of science. So quantum physics, how is possible that your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions can manifest specific people, situations, even jobs, your partner, your friends, your business partner, whatever you want. How is this impossible with the law of attraction? So, of course, each thought has a frequency, and now our dear Angela will explain you all.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm really good. I'm good.
From
Good to see
sunny
you.
Dubai to snowy Austria. It's like crazy snow here. You just got a video from me, right?
Yeah, it looks amazing. I miss the snow, but I would be like a 1 week snow and then that's it. Enough for me. I like the sun.
I miss the sun. Yes, yes, yes. We can just shift, for a week.
So I'm a biology teacher in high school, but beginning of this year, I was in such a crisis that I decided to go for a PhD in natural medicine, which is basically emphasis on quantum physics. And from there, I started understanding the whole concept of a manifestation, which before people used to think that it's just, some kind of woo-woo and it's a spiritual thing, that it's only about belief systems of religions or even not religions. But when I got to start learning, I just, science backs it up completely. We have proofs to back up everything from law of attraction
Yes.
all the way to changing your entire system of what you see, how you do things. And when I really started understanding that, like my entire belief system changed and my whole world changed,
Yes.
like this, like 180. What was going on for me like about 6 months to now, like I am a completely different person. And it's all because of belief system, and I'm a scientist, so I'm very skeptical about these stuff. So when
Yes.
science backed me up and I'm like, oh, now I understand the whole concept, everything just started flowing for
Wow.
me.
So you said I completely changed. So can you tell us like one example what changed since you started this journey?
I think one of the biggest one was my limit belief on money. Like
Mhm.
I believe that for money you have to work so hard for long hours and you
Yes.
have to be a business person with the big ideas, and that's the only way that you can make money, and that's just for the big rich people, usually the guys with the big whatever ideas. And I'm like, I'm just a teacher, there's no freaking way that I can get this money. I'm going to be on a paycheck on a daily
Yeah.
basis. And I used to do the calculations. I'm like, I'm never going to get to 1 million ever. This is going to take me until I'm 65. When I'm 65, it's over for me. And with this whole idea of quantum physics and working with you and being able to go through this time lapse of getting rid of that root that I didn't realize it was in me from past lives, it
Crazy.
made me shift the whole idea. Like today, I'm like, I can be millionaire whenever I want. And the truth is, like, money are coming to me so easily. And I used to be a person that used to save 80% of my salary. I would not spend because I'm like, I want to get to that money and I want to live. Like today, I'm
Yes.
like, I'm spending and I'm happy and I'm not feel guilty. And now I'm receiving all the time. And I'm like, just a few days
Wow.
ago, my salary raised by a lot, like almost 11%. And I'm like, this is impossible. It's
What?
impossible.
Amazing.
Actually happen. Yes. And I'm like, how is this? this is crazy, but it really is the fact that I changed. Everything inside of me changed. And I got rid of those old belief systems, because the truth is, there's in quantum physics, there's so many possibilities out there in the air. And the one that we keep thinking is the one that is going to manifest. And I used to have the same pattern of thinking because it came from my family and everybody. So, I will get the same kind of lifestyle. The moment I start changing that system, my entire energy changed, and that means I pick up different vibrations of the universe, which is all explained by the quantum physics. And now, like, doors are opening. My God, in school, I used to be the teacher that was most hated because I was so serious and cold and,
I
strict.
can't imagine,
Today,
Angela, you being this way at all.
because I was bitter about life and I was in such a negativity, and then now it's like kids are hugging me, kids that I don't even know, they're coming to my class and hugging me and saying I love you. It's like, I don't even know your name, who the hell are you? It's just the attraction is coming nonstop. And I'm like, think about one person and it just pops, they send a message, everything is just aligning with me. And I think this all started when I started changing my belief system and working with you. Like, I start realizing some of the limit beliefs that I didn't even know I had them. Like, we were so on this robot system of doing things that we don't realize that some of the things that we believe is exactly the prison that we keep ourselves in. And when you get to notice them and you're like, oh, why do I have such a belief system? Like, it's so stupid. And when somebody tells me out loud, I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And then when you change, like, everything else changed. It's your perception that changed, basically. So you start seeing the world in a different way, and that means the vibration changed. And I am so grateful for that. I suck in writing on journals. Like, it's something that I don't have a good habit with. But now I do journals every day, and it just makes me happy because it's like gratitude, gratitude. Meditation, start doing this every day. I start doing EFT. I also put
EFT, guys,
intention.
okay, let's stop here. People don't know why is
Yeah,
journaling. I was talking already about the journaling, yes. About EFT, I did not. So what is EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, Angela? Can you tell people? Because there is a lot of videos that you can watch for free on YouTube and you can tap into this frequency.
exactly. So the tapping is a system that works in different parts of your nerves, and these are actually like making you feel as you say. So your body's actually listening to what you're saying. So it's a change in system, and it's like building new nerve systems in your body. So I went to so many FTs every day that it will calm me down, and even as a preparation to things. So there's EFT to get rid of the money limited beliefs about anxiety, about self-love, and I start working on these tappings, and I can see that soon when something would trigger me, the tapping will come to my mind. And I'm like, oh, wait, let them do this. And eventually my mind would change, my feelings would change. And that is science proved now. It's science proved that this can change your nerves, how they think, how they react. So I start doing this every single day, not because I want to deal with the situation, but to prevent the situation from happening.
Bravo.
So it's more about science.
It's so important to start early and not once you're already, the limit. I don't want to do that, and then everything will collapse. So if guys, you're coming on my website, you can see if you are on the bottom, you're so welcome to join me now for coaching journey. Why? Because then we really want to change something. I mean, it's good, it's great. We are still there for you guys. But it's so important to start earlier. So if you can take.
So yeah, so the conscious mind, a lot of people think conscious and unconscious. It has nothing to do with that. There's something called consciousness, which is basically it's outside of you. It's an energy surrounding. The entire universe is made of energy. And so are we. Like, a lot of kids study this whole thing about atoms and electrons, and we learn about all this energy that is not created or destroyed. But we can never link to ourselves. We are afraid of that. But the truth is, we are all of that. We're not this physical thing here. Yeah. And we are connection all the time. We're not in the same place. We are everywhere at the same time because our energy expands. And it's been proven by science. And the truth is, we have electrons that move in two ways. They can move as a particle or as a wave. but depending on what we think, that's what that particle is going to do. So if we think as a wave, it's going to come as a wave. And if we think as a particle, it's going to behave as a particle. So it's the same thing with thoughts. If we think positive, things will come positive to us. And if we think negative, then it will come negative. And there's a whole experiment called double slit that explains more in detail about this. But it's what us, the observer, sees. So we as observer, whatever we want to see, whatever we want to believe, that's what's going to come to us. Because energy, we also can manipulate energy by the way we think. And people don't understand that we're so powerful that we can change a banana that is a food into a liquid in our body. That's a change of energy. And people don't get that. It's like we have that power to do all this kind of change. So whatever we're receiving from the universe, the way we choose to receive it is the way that it projects out there. So it's a mirror. And most of the times we have this thing when we're born that we are absorbing whatever the system people are telling us. Like we're babies, but our parents are talking and we're listening like a sponge. So sometimes we're picking up what they're saying. Like if they say, oh, I cannot do this, or oh, you're doing it wrong, we're picking it up, even unaware of it. And that stays in our subconscious. And we grow up not knowing about this until we definitely do some kind of, therapy to go back in there and figure out what are the things that have been blocking us. And oh my God, I have a list. And I like working with you, Tony. When I sit there, I was like, oh, I was like a black sheep of my family. So I'm looking, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I do have this. And I start writing it down, the old system and what I really want to believe. And just writing it down, it made a huge difference. It getting aware. So there's a lot of unawareness inside of our subconscious that if we project out and we start seeing, we can cancel them out and put a new belief system in us. So it's all science.
We started with a step, but now we are coming back to the first one, which is awareness. So what we are trying here to explain is, first, guys, we need to be aware of our thoughts, then about the thought process, which can lead to belief system. Sometimes it's just a thought, it comes, it goes, but once it's there a long time and it's keep coming, Angela said as a pattern, it's become a belief. And the magic of numbers. So what would you say, Angela? How would people put there into the universe good intention, set an intention for New Year's goals, as people say in January, and they don't stick with it?
Well, the one system that I'm using is the 369, which is very powerful numbers in the universe. So I usually put 3 intentions, but here about intentions, they have to be intentions that you can actually believe that you can achieve, that you really feel it. If you just write like something that is not logical, your belief system is saying this is impossible. So you're already putting a seed of doubt. If you're putting a seed of doubt, it does not work. That's why, you have to really sit down and truly understand what you really want, something that you really believe, in small steps that you can change. And if you place that as a 3 and then repeat it as a 6 and then repeat it as a 9, you will see that. Like I did that, and now looking back, I'm like, oh my God, all of them are happening. And I'm like, it's a blessing. I also have the visual board that I start putting, and the first time I did it, yes, when I did it at the beginning, I did it wrong. Like everybody learning, I did it wrong because I put so many things that were very far-fetched to get it. And of course, you look at it and I start having a sad feeling because I'm not getting it. And that's when I realized that that's the wrong way to do it. The visual board should be something that you can achieve. Now, I'm not saying think low or don't go for like something that is high, but small steps. Vision boards can always be updated. So you start with the small things that you can achieve for your next level. Once you get there, you can do a new vision board. So if somebody wants to start vision board for this next year, start thinking of things that it's achievable, that makes you feel happy. That means when you're drawing them or you're cutting papers, like it makes you feel good as you do that. And every day go to that board and look at it and imagine yourself having those stuff. Feel it as if you already have it, and it shall come to you. This is the trick. It's about you believing and feeling they already have them. Because if you have that one seed of doubt, it's just not going to work.
Very good. So achievable goal, sometimes it's the biggest manifestation. Why? Because this is the belief that you have that it is if it's possible. So what you have, guys, also on my website, if you go, there is the Law of Attraction challenge, 30 days. There is the blog about that, and there you can also download the template for smart goals. So soon Angela will also publish her website. You can also now follow her on Instagram. So then you can see more of her blogs very soon. All right, so we have one thing. What else would you say?
For me, I have I used to have so much anxiety because I used to live in the future, thinking about the future. Always is like future, 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 future. And I used to get my phone and start calculating how much money I'll get by the future. And I stopped that. And I started living at the now. Like for me, at this exact moment right now, what can I do to make me feel happy at this moment now? And that's how it goes, step by step. Every second of the day, that's what you focus at. And when I start doing this, anxiety start releasing out of me, and I start feeling more happy throughout the day. So I always, before I sleep, I always tell, like, tomorrow is, thank you for such an amazing day. I am going to receive so many miracles. And I wake up already doing meditation and gratitude. So this is something that changed in my life. I started doing this. And as I walk, every time I walk, I look at something, say, I'm so grateful for that. So I start walking with gratitude every single day. And that has blocked me from thinking negative. It blocked me from resistance. And I think that's the most important thing, is that people just write things and put it aside and don't practice. Yeah. And it takes time. You have to practice on a daily basis. People do once or twice and says, it's not working. Of course it's not working. Imagine you created a nerve for 10, 15, 20 years, and you're expecting just two times doing it, your nerves are going to switch. No, it's a practice that takes time. But some people might take it 2 months, some people take 3 months, it takes a year, but you have to practice, and eventually your life will switch. But it's about the moment of now. It's a very powerful thing that I learned, and it took away my anxiety. It took away the calculations of how much money I'm going to get later. And I just embracing the happiness that comes in that second. So this is extremely important when you're going to start 2022, is that, yes.
Amazing. Very good book about that, from Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now. For anyone who doesn't know what we are talking about, that is being mindful in the moment. About gratitude, I think I was talking about in every single blog and video that I did.
There's a sentence since I was a kid, and I keep saying that whenever you pray, whenever you ask, believe that you shall receive and you shall receive. That is not a lie. It is absolute truth. You know, don't lose that faith. You know, keep going. If you have that belief system, everything will come to you. That's the most important thing. And most importantly, it is science proven. It's not anymore just a joke or some kind of spirituality thing. It is science proven. I could stay here for hours proving every single one of them, but there's so many researchers out there that proves that. So get rid of that doubt, guys. It's for real. It's not a joke.
Amazing. We will do that next time as well. We will cut this video then into the pieces. We will put there the topics. And you guys, if you want to hear about any topic specific, how to manifest health, money, partner, whatever, write us in our inbox, and then we will choose the topics for the next time. All right.
All right.
Thank you so much, Angela. And guys, follow her.
Pleasure's all mine, always.
Coming out, so she's amazing, and you will get a lot of good info from her.
See you, Tanya.